Alright, cadets, in this edition of Army Basics, we're going to be talking about the infantry platoon. The primary mission of an infantry platoon and squad is to close with the enemy by means of fire and movement to destroy, capture, or repel an assault by fire, close combat, and counterattack. To do that, infantry units have to be aggressive, physically fit, disciplined, well-trained, and prepared for rapid deployments. Alright, so our infantry platoon is made up of several things. It has 3 rifle squads in it. It also has a weapons squad with heavier weapons, and it has a headquarters element that contains the platoon leader, platoon sergeant, and a radio telephone operator. All right, the rifle squad is led by a squad leader who is typically a staff sergeant and is divided up into 2 fire teams that are both equal and identical to each other. All right, the fire teams are led by team leaders armed with an M4 and have a grenadier who is carrying a grenade launcher and an automatic rifleman that's carrying an M249 SAW, squad automatic weapon, and a rifleman who's carrying an M4. The rifleman may also have some shoulder launch munitions like a rocket launcher. The primary role for the rifle squad is to maneuver or be a base of fire element. They can establish a base of fire, provide security, conduct fire and movement all on their own. With the 2 fire teams, they can use one team as a base of fire while the other team moves to the next position of advantage or onto the objective. The infantry platoon has 1 weapons squad that's led by a squad leader, typically a staff sergeant, and is divided up into 4 teams or crews. Gun Team 1 and Gun Team 2 are machine gun teams with a machine gunner who carries the M240 Bravo belt-fed medium machine gun and an assistant gunner with an M4, and it carries extra ammunition, barrels, tripods, things like that. The other 2 teams are javelin teams, so Javelin Team 1 and Javelin Team 2. Each one has a gunner carrying the javelin itself and an ammo bearer that has an M4 rifle and carries extra missiles for the anti-tank missile system. The weapons squad provides the primary base of fire for the platoon's maneuver. The machine gun teams provide the platoon with medium-range area suppression out to about 1,100 meters. The close combat missile system Javelin teams provide the platoon with extremely lethal fire and forget portable capability that can defeat enemy armored vehicles and destroy fortified positions at ranges up to 2 kilometers. Weapon squads are now being fielded the M3 multi-role anti-armor, anti-personnel weapons system known as the Carl Gustav. This can be used to destroy enemy personnel, field fortification, and enemy vehicles. It engages light armored targets at ranges up to 700 meters and soft skin vehicles and similar targets at ranges up to 1,300 meters. The headquarters section provides the platoon with command and control and communications. The platoon leader is responsible for all that the platoon does or fails to do. They have complete authority over their subordinates. A platoon sergeant, typically a sergeant first class, is the most experienced non-commissioned officer and is second in charge of the platoon. The platoon sergeant advises and assists the platoon leader. There's also a radio telephone operator who is primarily responsible for communications with higher headquarters, usually the company, and assists the platoon leader with information management. Let's review what we've gone over in this video. Our infantry platoon is made up of 4 squads, 3 rifle squads, and 1 weapons squad. And our weapons squad has 2 machine gun teams and 2 anti-tank javelin teams. The whole thing is led by a headquarters section with a platoon leader, a platoon sergeant, and a radio telephone operator. Altogether, a full-up infantry platoon would have 39 personnel in it. Let's test yourself and see what you've learned. Can you name the personnel in the infantry fire team and the weapons that they carry? Go ahead, pause the video, see if you can think about it, and then come back for the answer. All right, there is a team leader with an M4 carbine, an automatic rifleman with an M249 light machine gun or a squad automatic weapon, a grenadier with a grenade launcher, and a rifleman with an M4 carbine, and they might be carrying some kind of shoulder-launched anti-tank weapon. All right, next review question. How many rifle squads are organic to an infantry platoon? Go ahead, pause, think about it, see if you get the right answer. Correct answer is 3. There are 4 squads, but one of them is a weapon squad. So there are 3 rifle squads and 1 weapon squad in the infantry platoon. How many light machine guns are there in an infantry platoon? Go ahead, pause, think about that. Correct answer is 6. There is 1 per fire team in the rifle squads. The light machine gun is the M249 squad automatic weapon. So each of the fire teams with 2 per squad, and there are 3 rifle squads, is 6 light machine guns. The 2 machine guns in the weapon squad are medium machine guns. All right, that concludes this video about the composition of the infantry platoon. Have a wonderful day.